probably one of the most versatile and unique class of vehicles GTA 5 Online. In this video, I'm going to describe to you why you need one and how effective they truly are. So, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the like button to show your appreciation and support for the channel. But let's go ahead and get right into this. So, the Tuners vehicles came out a little over a year ago with the Tuners DLC back in the summer of 2021, and it released 17 new vehicles. And here I have quite a majority of them, but there's other vehicles that offer up. But first, I'm gonna start with showing you kind of what they are and the prices and where you can find these cars listed at. So, first, I'm gonna go down to Legendary Motorsports, and we're gonna go down to the two-door selection here. And right here, up on these top things, you can see part of the LS Tuners. So there's quite the selection here. As you can see, the fastest vehicles of these tuners vehicles, the fastest one is this one right here, the Comet S2, and the second fastest is the Growler. These two are both very high quality of vehicles, and they're very similar to each other. As you can kind of see here, they're both Porsches in real life. Then down here you got the Urus, ZR380, the Vector, and then the Jester RR and the Cypher. So these 7 vehicles are all part of the Tuners DLC. And they're all pretty great vehicles and very fun. Now to show you the rest of the vehicles, you have to go to Southern San Andreas Super Autos, and then you kind of do the same thing here. And you have this right here, the Future GTX, the Remus, the RT3000, this here, the Warner HKR, and the Calico GTF. This right here is the fastest car of these, the ones listed here. And also you have some more up here. There's the Previan, the Dominator ASP, and then Dominator GTT. These are all very good vehicles. There's really none that are super competitive compared to other ones. Some that I prefer more than others. For example, this right here is probably not as good as really any of these top 3 vehicles. But any of these vehicles that have part of the LS tuners will have the abilities I'm about to show you. Alright, so you can see on this board, these are the contracts, and this one is the bank contract. And each of these have 2 set of missions, and then the actual mission that you get paid for. So in total, there are 3 missions for every single contract that there is. And those cars are necessary for you to be able to do these missions, as they allow you to basically get around the map faster and be able to just do these more efficiently. But as you see here, this job pays out $178,000, which in the grand scheme of things isn't a whole lot of money, but the entire missions will only take you about 20 to 30 minutes. So you can easily get roughly about $40,000 just within an hour of doing this stuff. And these are very fun and easy to do, quick, and you can do them alone, which is probably the biggest thing here. These are a solo way to make money, probably a top 3 solo way to make money in this game. And they allow you to do them with the cars, because those are the tuners vehicles are the only cars allowed in this. And I'm going to show you the exact reason why you're going to need an actual custom vehicle of your own. But I've made millions, probably 5 to 10 million, just from doing these casually. Alright, now for the actual performance of these vehicles. So here I'm going to be showing you the Vector. This is just an example vehicle, and this really goes for all 17 of the tuners vehicles. But the amount of customization is really high. I mean, you can do pretty much any type of stuff that you want to. I mean, you can make this car just like that. It looks like a completely different car. And same thing with the rear bumpers. And it's really like this for the fenders, hoods, spoilers. I mean, every single selection has a lot of options. If you go down the skirts, there's a lot of options here. The spoilers, there's many options here too. But one of the biggest and most important things you're going to need to do is go down to the wheels and do the tires design, or the enhancements I mean. And you're going to need bulletproof tires, as this is what's going to make sure your tires aren't getting shot out while you're trying to do these missions. And that's how you're going to be getting $1 million, is just by doing those contracts. So I'm going to go ahead and show you basically what these vehicles can do outside when you're actually driving them. Alright, so once you're out driving around, one of the features that these vehicles can do that none other vehicle in the game can do is if you go to the vehicle option in your interactive menu, go down to stance, you can lower and rise your vehicle. So if you go down to lowered, puts your car down a few inches, and if you go to default, you can then drive on default suspension. Now, when you're driving lowered, it does make the traction go down a little bit, and that's to help with the drifting and making drifting a little bit more easier to do and perform. So you see here, I can't really do it with the Vector, and the Vector really isn't the greatest example to show drifting in this game, but it's very hard to really drift with the Vector, and it drives pretty casually and stays pretty well, like traction doesn't slide around at all really when I'm on default options. But if I got on to lowered, you'll be able to see that I can get a little bit more of a drift going each time I try to go around these corners. Still doesn't do a crazy amount of drifting, but you can tell that there's more sliding going on there. So that's another option and a reason why these cars are truly great and unique in this game. But a whole overall summary of the reason why you need tuners is they allow you to do the contracts, which can make you millions of dollars, especially as a solo player. And another reason is they have amazing customization to where you can truly make a unique build and make these very personalized and cool cars to drive around in. And then the third reason is they just have features such as being lowered and being able to be used in those missions as vehicles that you can actually perform and do these missions with and make money with. So if this video helps you guys, give me a subscribe, hit the like button to show your support once again. I highly and greatly appreciate anybody who does those. But until the next one, I'll see you guys later. Peace.